I like seeing developers stand up for their creations, but on the flip side, I also like seeing them respecting their customer base. And now we are seeing Team Kill Media completely ignoring the existence of PC players and refusing to port their game because they are afraid of anyone modding vulgar versions of their characters. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I think that a situation like this is absurd. I should be able to play a game on any platform I want, and when I purchase a title, I should be able to do with that title what I want. The reason why we have so many open world games and RPGs with 100 decisions that you can make is for player choice, and that is what gamers want to see, is options. But when you are ignoring the existence of a platform and you are saying you are doing that because you don't want people to buy your game and do what they want with it, that's a major problem. And now we've got Team Kill Media, which is a game studio, coming out and saying, for those asking us about a PC version of Code Violet, the reason we are not bringing it to PC is we do not want anyone modding vulgar versions of the main character as well as other characters in the game. We hold our voice actresses and actors with high regard, as well as our artistic vision for the game and story, and reject any form of destroying that with sexual mods. Making a joke out of our art and possibly tarnishing the reputation of our voice actresses and actors is not worth the extra money we can make, which is such a confusing statement. First of all, I think that this is all just a big PR stunt. They are trying to rage bait people into interacting with them. Sure, it's kind of working because they're getting completely fucking ratioed, but that is significantly less sales that you are going to have. I think that their plan was always just to release this on PlayStation. It was never supposed to be like a multi-platform game, so they're just baiting people. But this is a stance we have seen so many companies over the past couple of years take, especially Capcom. I'll get into that article in like a few minutes, but they had said not even that long ago that developers should be concerned over mods that are offensive to public orders and morals. Why the fuck do you care about my morals as long as I'm swiping my credit card on your game? Okay? If I am buying a copy of a game, I should be able to mod it however I want. I say this with tons of games. If I want to add a nude mod to my game, I should be able to do that. If I want to add a mod that makes every single character black, I should be able to do that. If someone is going out of their way to create that mod, I should be able to use that mod if I want. And not everybody is going to use like a nude mod for a game or a mod that puts them all in chainmail bikinis, right? They are saying, oh, we don't want anyone modding vulgar versions of our main character, but all you have done is pushed away customers, but you've caused the Streisand effect to happen, because now if you guys ever get desperate and actually release it on PC, that's what everybody's going to do, to meme on you. Now, I have personally never heard a situation where modders have tarnished the reputation of an actor or an actress. Maybe it's happened. I talked about the video game industry every single day for multiple years at this point. I've never heard of that, where, oh, a modder put a nude mod into a game, and so the actor or the actress faced a lot of backlash, or they can't get jobs because of it. That is like an absurd claim to make, and they are getting absolutely wrecked for it. Whatever, dude. If someone buys my game, it's theirs to do what they want with it, which I think is a amazing mindset. And sure, they're sitting here saying that they hold their voice actresses in high regard, which is great. And they're also saying that, you know, it's a game that they created and they don't like the idea of people adding sexual mods. But to say that we would be destroying it is ridiculous, that we tarnish the reputation of people's ridiculous, that, oh, you're worried about my like morals, when if I want to buy it, again, I should be able to and do what I want with it. What about those of us who are just normal PC gamers who don't use mods and aren't buying a PlayStation to play one single game? I created fan art of your character. It's just a stick figure with tits. What the hell? I'm a PC player and I don't do those things. So I have to be punished because of what other people might do. And you also have to consider that I'm sure that there would not be a lot of people that would have done it anyway, but instead they decided to, as Steven voiceover is saying, act like a bunch of fucking idiots. And Capcom pulled the same thing back in 2023. They've reiterated this. But Capcom took aim at PC game modding, saying developers should be concerned over mods that are offensive to public order and morals. Let me worry about my morals. Let me worry about my public image. You just make the game and allow modders to do with it as they see fit. Developers should not be worried about what other people are doing with their game. Developers should just care that they have created a high enough quality experience that people actually bought it and decided, you know what, I'm going to put a lot of time and effort into modding it because that is how much I love it. And I think that I could enhance the experience for myself personally. Me downloading 100 mods for one game doesn't affect your version of the game, so why should it affect the developers? There are so many games out there that are only the size that they are, and they are only beloved the way that they are because of mods. Look at something like Skyrim or just Bethesda titles in totality. I think Bethesda is able to create a decent cake, right? I think that the actual cake is pretty good, but I don't think their frosting is good. I don't think their decorations are good. I think the basis of what they're creating is amazing, but the rest could be significantly better. And Skyrim, without mods, in my opinion, is like a 7, but with mods, you can raise it to a 10 very easily. When it has mods, it is one of my favorite games of all time that I have ever played, and I think that there are so many titles like that are out there, and it is not a bad thing. I mean, Bethesda's whole strategy is make a half-baked fucking game and then expect modders to fix it for them. And it was funny because with Starfield, people didn't even like it enough to spend a lot of time creating hundreds of thousands of mods like they do with Skyrim, but this is just what happens. You can enhance an experience with mods, and that shouldn't be seen as a negative thing. But companies like Capcom want to be able to control the content you are consuming. They want to control the experience that you have with their game. And when you are a smaller studio, when you are indie or even AA, and you are attacking people by saying things like, oh, we don't want, people modding vulgar versions of the main character, and basically we don't want your money, you're not going to get more money. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy this on PlayStation now that you have attacked PC gamers. I think that that is absurd, and they deserved to get absolutely ratioed for this. And we've seen plenty of studios say this in the past. This isn't going to be the last time, but it is still very disappointing for people who might have enjoyed Quantum Error, people who might have wanted to play Code Violet, but I would not go out of my way to buy it. I'm sure many people wouldn't either. And to attack PC gamers like this and ignore their existence and say you can't play this game because a few people might do something we don't want them to do with our version of the game is absolutely insane. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.